Hello, everybody, and welcome to my fourth Democratic debate predictions. I did this for third debate, and I was close on the participants. I was. Gabbard and Sayer did not make it, sadly, though it probably would have been a more entertaining debate if they had. But let's get on to it. Now, for the candidates who have, already made it, the deadline, we have Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, Beto O'Rourke, Andrew Yang, Julian Castro, Amy Klobuchar, and Tom Steyer. Now, I think there will be two more candidates that will make the deadline before, will make it before the deadline. That is Tulsi Gabbard. She's either halfway there or 75% of the way done with her polling criteria. Then there's Marianne Williamson, who could easily well make it even with, with only one polling criteria. Or just one polling at 2%. Now, the dropouts before the debate, there's been this pattern recently of two candidates dropping out per month. And in September so far, we've had Inslee and Gillibrand, and beforehand we had Seth Moulton, John Hickenlooper, and we also had Gravel and Swalwell. So there's that. Ever since that pattern starting to show, I feel like that pattern will continue for the debate. Joe Sestak and Tim Ryan will drop out probably October, beginning of October, ending of September, probably. I don't know who will be first. Probably Tim Ryan, because I've literally heard nothing about him. I've heard more about John Delaney than him. I think out of everyone at the debate, John Delaney should be like above everyone else because there's more talk about him than anyone else. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Okay, so here's how they think they're going to divide it. They're going to do the top 6 on the first night, and they're going to do the bottom 7 on the next night, which I think more people are going to tune in the bottom 7 because they're more entertaining. So based off the polls, I split them up. So these current polls, it's September 16th. That's when I got my polls. It was actually September 15th when I took the screenshot, but I made some finishing touches September 16th, the day I'm recording this. Night 1 will consist of Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, and Andrew Yang. Shocking. When you think of top 6, you don't think Andrew Yang, but he's come a long way. Now, when it comes to the people I think will attack each other, I really think Harris is going to end up attacking Biden, Sanders, and or Warren. Buttigieg is really going to just make more corrections to things Biden and Harris does wrong, and Yang will just be Yang, most likely with the least amount of speaking time. The most Googled candidate out of the bunch will most likely be Joe Biden once again, with Andrew Yang trailing him once again, since that was how it was for the third debate. Who will be the least Googled? Most likely Kamala Harris once again. I think Pete Buttigieg will be close, but not that far off. The winners and losers is night 1. For the winners, I predict Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden's actually going to do good this debate. I think Joe Biden's going to actually get his act together. I think he's going to call up Obama and be like, hi, I need help. And Obama's like, look, Joe, you need to get your game together. Okay? You could do it. Everyone knows this, Joe. Okay? Okay. The same reason why I gave Andrew Yang the W last time when I made my third debate predictions. I think Andrew Yang will actually, sorry, that's a dog barking. You can hear that. With less people, that means more speaking time for Andrew Yang, which pretty much means he'll get a bigger chance to win the debate. Now, Question Time did say Andrew Yang won the third debate. I don't know. I have yet to watch the debate. I only know snips and clips of the snippets about it. The losers will be Kamala Harris. She has been getting worse and worse at these debates, as well as Bernie Sanders, and I don't see that ending anytime soon. One of these two will most likely be the first ones to drop out of the top 6. Night 2. So the night 2 consists of Beto O'Rourke, Cory Booker, Tulsi Gabbard, Amy Klobuchar, Julian Castro, Tom Steyer, and Marianne Williamson. Now, I feel like Gabbard's going to start attacking more than one person. She will most likely start attacking O'Rourke, Booker, and Klobuchar. Castro will ultimately have to give some sass to probably O'Rourke and Booker, but that's probably not going to happen. It'll be more like to O'Rourke, because O'Rourke's that kind of guy to just, Tom Steyer, I think Tom Steyer, this is his first debate, so Tom Steyer will most likely have to make an impact out of somebody, and he'll most likely go after O'Rourke, which will backfire, I feel like. And Marianne Williamson will just stick to herself. She's not the one to attack anybody. If she does, she usually says she's usually with them, as she did on the second debate where she said she was on there. She was with Bernie and Elizabeth on healthcare and all that. The winners and losers. For the winners, I think Beto O'Rourke and Cory Booker. These two have been getting better and better every debate they're at. Beto was starting to show why he should be the nominee. Booker as well. These two will most likely become winners out of this debate. The losers, I think Tulsi Gabbard's whole plan of attacking multiple candidates will backfire, and Klobuchar will just lose because I had to get this spot to somebody. Here are the candidates ranked by polls post-debate. Now I'm going to go back to the polls right now, just to show you. Here are the polls. Biden's first, Sanders is second, Warren third, Harris fourth, etc., etc. I'm only going to be doing candidates that are here, you know, by placement. So since Bennett is above Williamson, we'll just give Bennett's spot to Williamson. How about that? Since I don't think Bennett will make it. Alright, first place will remain with Joe Biden. Joe Biden really isn't going to make an impact with the polls. He'll probably get that 9.5 spread back up to 12 or 13 points if he does get a W in this debate. But that's up for debate as well. Elizabeth Warren will overtake her buddy Bernie Sanders by taking second place. That'll be a booster for her. And again, Sanders will drop in the polls, not by much, maybe like 1 or 2%, but it's not that much. Pete Buttigieg will take fourth place, surpassing Kamala Harris, as well as Andrew Yang, who will go up to fifth place. Yes, Harris doing worse in these polls and declining recently is not going to help her out. Beto O'Rourke will also overtake Kamala Harris, since he is actually rising in the polls. Him and Yang have been rising ever since, been battling for that sixth place, excuse me. Now here we are, Kamala Harris with 7th place, down in the bottom 7. Harris will drop down tremendously, and I think she'll drop out by the end of 2019. Cory Booker will remain at 8th place. Cory Booker, even though he has been doing good, he'll most likely have a rise by the 5th debate. I will make a video about that come that time. Tulsi Gabbard will stay in her 9th place. Again, even though her plan backfires on her, my predicted plan of hers backfires, she will not lose a placement. Julian Castro rises to 10th place. Julian Castro just getting better, or actually even getting worse at these debates. He's actually been up and down recently. He'll still have a rise in the polls. Amy Klobuchar will drop down to 11th place from 10th, actually. She'll fumble. I think the third debate was just her in a great mood or something like that. Will take another L and drop in the polls. Tom Steyer will keep his 12th placement, and Marianne Williamson will keep her 13th placement. Now, this is the end of this video. What do you guys think? Do you think Marianne Williamson should be at number 1 just because she's the meme guy besides Andrew Yang? But anyway, guys, now I'm going to explain my reasoning to why I think Joe Biden, then Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren will take the nomination. Because here's the thing. There's a plan. It's either the vice president before. If the vice president doesn't run in 2016 or 2020, then it obviously goes to the runner-up. 2008, the runner-up was Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton would have most likely lost to Joe Biden back in 2016. But he didn't run, so Clinton would have won. And the runner-up was someone who didn't run in 2008. Bernie Sanders. And someone who didn't run in 2016? Elizabeth Warren. These three are the top 3 in the polls. Isn't a joke, guys. There's a pattern. If Biden drops out, Sanders will win. If Sanders drops out, Warren will win. If she drops out, then I'm just an idiot. But it'll most likely go to Yang or Buttigieg. But anyway, guys, this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell for more notifications. This is the Catic One saying peace. My Twitter is PorkerChaos21.